Out Podcast.
1WayOutPodcast.
Take two.
Anyway,
the LGBTQ friendly One Way Out Podcast.
we are all inclusive here at the 1WayOutPodcast. Apparently 12% of our audience is confused. No.
So yeah, non-binary, and it's not even like they. It's not. There's a section for people or a category where they don't want to answer. This is literally 12% are saying they're non-binary.
Oh yeah, no, they purposely want you to know. They'll go either way, bro. This is whatever. A mouth is a mouth.
Dude, Chappelle is still so great to like. I'll pop on that shit every once in a while, like, or my girl will throw on. Which one did we watch the other day? The one where what the hell was he doing? We watched the Chappelle Show episode, and it was like it's still laughing our ass off, and that's from the early 2000s.
Yeah, it'll never be matched. That Key and Peele's funny, but it's not the Chappelle Show.
Not
dude.
just him. Key and Peele would have like one good like skit, like compared to like Chappelle. Like you could watch an entire episode and be like, everyone's a banger.
Yeah, dude, every single one. It's fucking bananas. Yeah. Oh shit. Let's see.
We got some new equipment.
We do.
So we're playing with the dials and turning things, and
Dan,
Mark's got his official headset on.
That's right. Dan's got a man voice, and I've got this weak soy boy. It's me. I'm one of the non-binaries. All right, it's me. All right, we should be good. Good levels.
So yeah, man, it's been a little bit since we did this, but it's been it's been on the expressway to getting very bad, like we've been saying.
Yeah, dude. It's it was like over the hill, cresting the hill, suddenly, and then all of a sudden, drop. Fucking this. Anybody who still thinks the fucking legal system is on your side I'm convinced there's two types of people. There's people who think everything's fine, who are too busy to be bothered, don't pay attention, and then there's everybody else who's like, "What the fuck, man?"
I love when those people, by the way, get hit by the train, because like at this point, I'm like, you deserve it. Like I'm like, I want you to get a little bit screwed, because like it's kind of like I can tell you, or you can learn the lesson from experience, and we're at the point where like you need the lesson learned by experience.
Yeah, dude, it's something, because how did you survive through COVID without like something might be going on here,
dude? Did you see in New York City, which by the way, some of these cities, man, are headed towards like Mad Max, Apocalyptico.
Really? Which ones? Do they have anything in common?
Yeah. What they got in common is they're allowing millions of fake refugees to come into their cities and with no ability to shelter, clothe, feed, employ them whatsoever. Right?
Yeah. Well, they should be totally civil once all that stuff runs out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's once they're done getting free cash. Yeah. But dude, in New York City, here's an example of the legal system. A Amazon driver got attacked by an illegal, and then the cops arrested the Amazon driver.
For what?
Beating the shit out of the illegal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Assault. So he
won the fight.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guilty. Right. Yeah. So like going back to episode 1, the technology is not your friend. These cameras that are everywhere, they are not your friend. They're not there to help you.
Yeah.
If you can, get rid of them. You don't want Ring cameras in your neighborhood. You don't even want the cameras on the traffic light. If you can go into your town and get them removed, get them removed. They're not there to help you. Like I 100%, like how many times have you heard of someone's house getting robbed and there's like 7 cameras and no one gets arrested off of it?
For all my, maybe amphetamine inclined friends out there, there's like 6 pounds of copper in each one of those. Yeah. Traffic cameras. Just saying, it's a lot of cameras.
Might help with your science projects.
Whatever you're cooking, whatever you're making. I mean,
yeah, man. So it's getting worse and worse.
Those 100 migrants in Chicago that attacked a Home Depot. If anyone hasn't seen that, Google it. Dude, the police dispatch call is fucking bananas.
Like, I gotta see. I missed this. This went over.
Yeah. I'll send it to you, dude.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, especially as active you've been.
It must be because I got banned off of X currently for messing with Meghan McCain.
Oh, did you mention she was non-binary? Or?
No. She was. She said no peace, bitch, to Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake was trying to extend an olive branch.
Oh,
Carrie Lake, if anyone doesn't know, is she ran for governor out here against Katie Hobbs. They rigged the election pretty badly out here.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Right.
It was dismissed on standing. That wasn't even evaluated, right?
Right. Yeah. It's
a couple of the cases.
I like the video of where they have the one guy that's doing the signature verification and he's just tapping the button as fast as possible. I'm like, yeah, there you go. There's your signature. And they ruled it that signature verification. But anyway, so Carrie Lake is running for Senate now. So she like reached out because like Arizona's John McCain territory, supposedly. So she reached out to Meghan McCain to like make a peace offering. And Meghan McCain was like, no peace, bitch. So I replied to her like, oh, yeah, I agree. No, fuck you as well. Fuck your dad and no peace, bitch with the peace sign. And I'm currently pending review on X.
I mean, they're pretty good about that. Like no peace. Because like, well, I think I saw the screenshot. There was a.
Hey, her father should be hung for treason.
That's probably the part. But he's dead.
He's dead. Two, I said it's a punishment for a crime. So treason, I didn't say he should just be killed or this, that, the other thing. The crime is treason. So if you get him convicted, then
which is a capital offense.
Capital
right?
offense, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after a trial, a fair trial.
Yeah.
But that leads me to my next point. Anybody who still thinks the justice system is fair is not paying attention. There are two tiers of fucking justice. Trump just fucking whatever you think about Trump. Like I'm not a Trump supporter, dude. I'm a fucking libertarian. Like I support Michael Rectenwald for president. I'm fucking anarchist. Here you go, dude. Oh, it's my luchador. Those keys jingling are nightmare to edit. But I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not. But I don't have Trump derangement syndrome, right?
Right.
I do think he could stand trial for things, but it's not like for fucking inflating the value of his properties. Like, no, that is retarded. Like, that is.
The best thing about him, like on this, and there's a list, like you can go, really what I go to is the whole entire COVID thing. And then bringing in like Bolton and whatnot is why I don't.
We say he didn't handle COVID well. He kept Fauci. He could have got rid of Fauci.
The only way that COVID happens, the way it happens, is if Donald Trump was in office. It doesn't happen. If Hillary Clinton was in office and she tried to pull that shit, people would have went berserk. Well,
they would have went berserk and the deep state wouldn't have tried to fucking get one over on her anyway because they're all fucking locked.
I think is part of the game. That was going to happen no matter what.
The COVID thing.
Yeah.
They would have got more shit then probably. Well, who knows?
But anyway, my point on him is like, at least the best thing about him is that he's exposing just how ridiculous it is.
Talking about
Trump, the legal system just being a farce.
Dude, like the way they're clearly going after him. You're telling me like they couldn't go after every single president in the last my lifetime for all of this shit, Right. I mean, I get it, he's a billionaire, but fucking Bill Clinton on fucking Epstein's Island 27 times or whatever it was,
Right.
Like
Zero people. So you have a woman who's literally sitting in jail for being the madam of a international sex trafficking ring with children.
Yeah.
And zero of the clients have been arrested.
Although Bill Clinton did get that whole Monica Lewinsky thing. They did go after him for that. Yeah. He was impeached, right? Anyway, so Trump has a lot of fucking problems, dude. I'm not a Trump supporter, but if you look at the way this justice system, all the systems really, but specifically the justice system.
No, it needs to be gutted, dude. It needs to be completely gutted.
There's what other course of action is there?
None, dude. Here you go. If you want to go from a Democrat side talking point, remember I think his name was Brock Turner. He was a swimmer.
The rape thing,
Stanford, right? He was literally raping a girl at a bar behind a dumpster.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the judge, who was a big Clinton
affluenza.
Yeah. he let him. He was like, oh, I don't want to ruin this dude's life because he's a good swimmer.
Your Honor, I'm just too successful and rich. I just can't.
Right. I'm too successful, rich, and connected to.
Can't go to jail.
I'm part of the apparatus, so I'm protected. So and then meanwhile, you'll have random people having like false accusations thrown against them, where they throw them in 20. I saw something where a guy was in jail for like 40 years and got cleared on a rape accusation.
And what do they give you? Like, do they give you anything?
You can't get, dude.
I know. But they should give you like $1 million every year for the rest of your life.
You put me in jail for 2 years, I want $1 million.
Yeah.
You put me in jail for 40 years, we're talking.
That's your whole life. Yeah. That's your whole life. That's fucked. That's pretty fucked.
It's totally fucked, dude. Like, what are you going to do?
I don't know, but whatever happens.
You need to put me enough money that I can have an Epstein Island. I can start my own Epstein Island. But that's how much, okay?
Yeah, but not.
Not really, but yeah.
Not engaging in the Epstein stuff, but like have an island. Yeah, dude, fucking. I don't know how anybody could watch that and just not think that he's 100% being targeted. It's political fucking.
Dude, it's anyone that goes against the whole entire the system, right?
Yeah. They fucked Alex Jones, and then they were like, all right, well, I guess this works. So
Alex Jones, was the test run for this shit. And they do it to all of us. Like, we're just pointing at these. Alex Jones was a millionaire. I don't know if he still is or not. Trump's a billionaire. They do it to all of us through inflation and like health insurance, education, and jobs, right? So basically what they do is like, if you step out of line at all, right?
Yeah.
We'll take your job away. We'll take your ability, which also has your health care. So we'll also take your health care away.
Oh, we saw that during COVID, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't follow what we want, boom, we'll come down. So all these systems, the way the entire structure of this is completely rigged against you. If you do not have the ability to be like sustain your own community and you have to rely on these, it gets worse and worse as you go up the chain. County, not so bad. State gets a little bit worse. Federal. If federal government is at all can put any influence on you, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to start maneuvering themselves to be as far away from this power.
You know, it's dark, dude. I saw a stat a while back, but it was like something like 2/3 of Americans are dependent on the federal government in some way, whether, you know, you're getting EBT, exactly, you're federal employees, or you're getting some kind of like subsidies if you're a farmer, or, you know, you're whatever, you're on WIC, like you're just, people are dependent on the fucking state and they want it that way. That is by design. Like, because if
we're in communism, we've been in communism for a long, long time.
Yeah. People who think that way, even the Republicans, like even Republicans are like, they love Social Security. You know, what is Social Security?
Did you see Nikki Haley was like, you're going to have to work to 70?
Yeah, dude, they want to raise that. Yeah.
She's like, Generation Z loves me. I'm like, you just told them that they have to work to 70.
Bro, my neighbor, I met somebody in real life who actually is like, wants to vote for Nikki Haley.
So I've been running around. I've been running around at work and just random people. Does anyone know anyone who's voting for Nikki Haley? Because I haven't found anyone yet.
I found one guy. Found a guy because he believes that like she'll do what's necessary in Ukraine, including send American troops. I mean, look, it fell apart as soon as I started questioning him about it. But still, like, that's our thought rattling around in his head. Like right now, if the vote was today, he would probably vote for Nikki Haley.
Maybe I missed that illegal alien raiding Chicago thing because I've been all in on the Ukraine war. Like, that's like, I've been all in watching. Like,
I thought you mean like, I want to go fight in Ukraine.
No. I want that shit to end immediately. Russia should just keep the territories they got. Like, the Ukrainians have literally fucking Nazi divisions.
Yeah, the Azov battalion.
Yeah, dude, they were going to relieve that city that was getting taken over. Yeah. And they were like giving the Heil Hitler as they were driving.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many videos of them fucking giving the old Heil Hitler.
Dude, they're conscripting kids now. They're going like Hitler Jugend, which is, if anyone doesn't know, the SS had an entire division in World War II of like youths. Like, it was called the Hitler Jugend. And they fought, like, they had them fighting in like 44, 45. They were running around.
Yeah, that's when you know you're running out of fucking people. Like the average age of a Ukrainian soldier now is like 45, which is, if your average age of your military is in your 40s, that means what? You ran out of your 20-year-olds, your 30-year-olds, and now you're...
There's this video, this guy, the Russians, they had this Ukrainian soldier, and they were like, why didn't you retreat? Like, he's like, my legs don't work. Like, what do you mean your legs don't work? He's like, I'm 52. I can't run like that. And they were bullshitting with the guy. They were treating him nice and just like talking to him. But it was pretty funny because he was like, yeah, I can't. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that shit is so sad, man. When you watch those videos of those like older dudes, like just
in they got women taking shelter in like basements from Russian artillery.
Yeah,
just dropping on top of them.
Yeah,
and they're crying. The one chick was actually like way too like someone like hey. If you got no riz, you could probably pull yourself a Ukrainian woman right now if they're getting drafted. A pretty cute looking Ukrainian woman will be willing to become a K-1 visa right now because these girls were having mental breakdowns.
Yeah,
being artillery shelled, and
what is this gonna do? Like after the war, like how many of the male population, what percentage? I wonder is just fucking gone, dude. They've seemed to have lost a lot of fucking men, like a lot. I mean, I know they're winning the war.
Our Belarusian friend who we work with,
I know what you're talking about.
He seems to think that Ukraine will cease to exist at some point, that it's only a matter of time.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, it'll just be part of Russia or like just wiped off the map.
It's like Russia, Poland.
Yeah, they'll just get absorbed.
Yeah. But they'll just absorb and there'll be a bunch. Yeah. Like Moldova is having something where like there's like this borderland area which is all the way on the other side of Ukraine, but they want to join Russia, but it doesn't like work.
Yeah, because like they're not connected.
They're not
yeah,
connected
like how
at
the
all.
fuck is that gonna work, dude? That's what I'm saying. Like I know that we're fighting for democracy over there, but
Dude,
there is an argument to be made.
We don't even have democracy.
Yeah,
here.
they don't have it over there. Like they just suspended the elections in Ukraine. He's not. I mean, he was elected, I guess, initially, but now they suspended the election. So is it still a democracy? Are we fighting for democracy? You know, this Zelensky cat.
Listen, the only thing that is keeping this place, the United States, afloat is the Second Amendment at this point. That's it. The whole entire democracy republic experiment has completely failed. It's completely failed at this point. Every institution in our government has been corrupted, from the FDA to the NHS to the ATF, the FBI, the
CBP.
O'Keefe had that I had someone get an IRS agent.
Oh, I saw that, dude. Like, how many fucking times are these guys gonna fall for it? Like, she was probably a smoke show, and then he's just like, oh, she's into me. I'm gonna,
Yeah, I know, dude. But like here, like I don't know, man. Like I don't have I've had to work for every girl that I like. I just haven't had. I've heard you're a little bit different, where chicks just throw yourself.
No, that's not true.
Legend has it.
That's not true.
So anyway, but like if like a 10 comes up to me and just starts trying to like drill me on secret stuff that I'm doing at my job, like it's not happening.
It's James O'Keefe in a wig.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming every fucking time now. Yeah, dude, that shit's bananas.
She's moving her purse on the...
Yeah, but what did the IRS agent say? If anyone hasn't seen that video, this IRS agent literally is telling this woman on a date, so I have no reason to think that he's lying, that they target normal people because, one, it's easier. They don't have the resources.
No money to fight back.
Yeah, they have no money to fight back. Like, and there's just way more normal people. Like, like they're not going to have an army of tax attorneys that are going to fucking make
Trump
it work
is
harder.
like one of the only people that could sustain this level of attack. And it just shows you their ability to do this, right?
Yeah.
He's one of the only people that had the money, the political influence, the social status. Like he was on TV.
He's also stubborn as shit.
Yep,
so.
right. And the will. But imagine just that apparatus coming at you. And they have that ability to do that. So once again, divesting yourself any way, shape, or form that you can away from these assholes is going to be good in the long run. It's heading down a expressway to hell, especially if you're near any of these like big cities like Chicago and New York. Chicago and New York are looking like the two worst right now. I would be very, very careful.
They're pretty fucking bad. I mean, LA's terrible.
If you're in that area, have a fucking plan with fucking your people you can trust in the area on how you're going to get out of there, because they're angling. Here's what's coming down the pipe on the whole entire immigration issue.
You can pull that closer to you if you want to.
Biden might do some bullshit executive order, but the fact is that the people that are in are the people that are in. At some point, these cities and states are going to ask for a bailout. The Republican Congress is not going to go for that, right? So until they at least get a Democrat Congress, or maybe or whatever, so that they can play this game, the funding isn't going to come. And you are going to have massive fucking problems with all these people from all over the world that have no connection to the United States culture, that are basically like, well, I got to eat.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, they're already talking about taxing people in different ways now too, to try to cover it. So if you live in those fucking places, like, did you see that fucking tax in LA or no, California, where it was like 10 years after you leave, you move out, they fucking tax you 10 years and it reduces like by a percentage every year.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know New Jersey has a tax where if you sell your house and move out of state, you got to pay a 1%.
Kiss my ass. Come get it. Come and get it. Like,
that's what it has to come to, is come and get it, man. It's like,
yeah. It's good. Yeah. I'm there. I'm there too, man. I'm right there.
Yeah.
There's one way out of that sort of thing, because they're not going to vote to give you more rights. They're not going to vote to take less money from you. They just don't vote for that stuff, dude. So you just got to say no. Say no. Fucking say no.
I know, dude. And watching some of these cops, man, in these big cities, you're not helping anyone. You're like literally the sheriff of Nottingham's, man.
Henchman.
Yeah, you're a henchman.
Henchman. Yeah.
You ever seen the Venture Brothers?
Oh, of course. Yeah, dude. Brock
Samson, the Swedish murder machine. Yeah.
Henchman. It doesn't usually work out for them.
Yep.
You know?
Henchman number 21.
Yeah, henchman number 21.
The mighty monarch. Feel the sting.
Fuck, that's a great show, dude. That's funny you know that.
Oh, dude, I love the Venture Brothers. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that whole era, dude, of Cartoon Network and like fucking the early mid 2000s, like the 2005, 2006, 2007. Those fucking cartoons were fantastic, dude.
They did a movie, because the Venture Brothers, the last season ended and they didn't re-up. They did like a 2-hour movie.
No shit.
A year or two ago. Pretty recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I haven't kept up on any of the new stuff, so I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I have the DVD box set from like 1 through season 5 or something somewhere.
Yeah. They got 7 seasons. I was watching it. I was watching it the other day, actually, season 7, because I hadn't seen season 7 and I watched it. I have this thing where I don't like watching like the last season of series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like,
you don't want. They're just gonna ruin it.
They're
right?
gonna fuck it up. Yeah. Sons
What?
of Anarchy.
Fucking Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Fucking ruined it.
I read the books, and then when I got through like season 1, and I was like,
Yeah. I mean, I've heard different things. I don't know, like, but everyone unanimously agrees like they fucked season 7.
Dude, I knew
6 was the fall off.
I read the books back in like 2008.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Like I knew about this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was telling an ex-girlfriend of mine, I was like, I got her hooked on it. And then when it was coming out, she messaged me randomly. She's like, "This is coming out." I was like, "I know, it's awesome." But
Beer me, dude.
beer.
I need that luchador. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just fucking. I'm gonna be sad, when the power grid goes down, and I'm gonna miss all those shows and shit. But
Right. So go into what you can do and what things that you need to do and prepare and think about. Right. Power grid going down.
that's a real fucking concern, people.
Right. Look what just happened yesterday. What happened yesterday?
It's
right.
a fucking cyber attack of some
Cyber
sort.
attack. AT&T. All these people lost their
Allegedly.
cell phones. Right.
Yeah.
Though I heard they tried to like roll out that it was like a solar flare. But
But it happened. That solar flare that they put out happened at a different time of the day, and it was
Yeah.
like, why would it affect just fucking
Right.
AT&T? It's
Yeah,
retarded.
there was like a bunch of like scientists that came out and were like literally rolled out all of what you just said instantaneously, and the government was like, "Sad face, this doesn't work."
Yeah, exactly.
Our lies. Damn you, internet again.
I mean, but really, guys, a power grid going down, like, all right, everybody, we've talked ad nauseum about the fucking open borders and the fucking hostile forces that are coming across generally, like,
And but dude, just off of like, hey, think of this: you're a Venezuelan dude. You moved to New York City. You're hanging around a bunch of other Venezuelan dudes.
Yeah.
You're gonna organize yourself into little.
It's
your
Chinatown.
community.
Just Chinatown, dude.
China-
That's what
yeah.
people do. Yeah.
Yeah, in 40 years it'll become Chinatown, right? But right now, what you have is Venezuelan scooter gangs, right?
Yeah, snatching purses. So, like, let's say, like in Chicago, all these blue cities, they stop. The funding stops. They stop getting all the free shit. They get kicked out of those fancy hotels they're staying at. They get kicked out. These people are gonna fucking. What are they gonna do? They're gonna get desperate, dude. They're gonna fucking. I mean, they already have like carjacking gangs and
this
shit.
is just the people for survival.
Yeah,
Never mind
just
all
for the survival.
never mind the people that came across with bad intentions.
With bad intentions. Now, whatever your belief is, there are countries on this fucking planet, rightfully so, some would say, that hate this empire. We have wronged through the course of our not raping and pillaging, but non-consensual interactions and stealing from other countries.
It's a continuation of the banking.
Yeah. What we've done to all these countries, there's bound to be some people we wronged along the way, right? And this border is open to all of those people, whether on the watch list or not. That watch list doesn't keep them out of the country, people. I
got a buddy who can talk. We got to get him on the podcast. He can talk extensively about the watch list.
And we should fucking definitely have him on. Dude, we can have him call if you can't be here. But anyway, so these power grids, people, this is not hard to do. Me and Dan, if we were motivated, we could ruin the power grid of the Western fucking seaboard.
Dude, look at this right now. You have a hacker. You have hackers that screwed up the cell phone service, right?
Cyber attack, yeah.
So here's something you can do, right? We're talking about building a community, owning your neighborhood, organizing people that you can trust and rely on in your area. Thing you need to think about is communication. It's going to be the people that are able to organize and establish communication and work as a cohesive group of people.
Because you're not going to be able to call them on your cell phones.
The cops ain't I just saw a post on where the cops were like, "Hey, our 911 is down. Dial the non-911 number of like."
So what do you do when your cell phone doesn't work?
It doesn't work, right? Exactly. So radios, you can pick up. And I listen, once again,
comms.
For all my gear Nazis out there, they're going to be like, this is shit, quality, blah, blah, blah.
Baofeng, that's Chinese.
Got it. Yes. Yeah. You can go get yourself a high terror for $800. We need people who are not on that level of prepping to start being ready to contribute. Right?
At least have an option.
So yes, you could go pick up a Baofeng radio for like $40 on Amazon.
And you should do that if you don't. Have a few.
UHF, VHF, dual band, have a few.
Yeah. Give them out to your neighbors if it comes down to it.
Right. So that you can, hey, boom. Oh, we got a crowd of, we have 101 illegals robbing our food.
They're fucking terrorizing the fries right now. Okay, you and 5 guys go down there and handle it. You know what I mean? Like literally. Because if they're destroying your food supply, which if they're raiding your grocery stores, that's your food supply, right? Like that's your local food supply. That's your community fucking.
Yeah, listen, no one's burning down my community.
No.
That's the COVID-19 Antifa. George Floyd, because you're going to get a Jorge Flores.
Are you going to go protest them with signs and like, hey, leave my neighborhood alone?
Yeah, it's not happening. George Floyd number 2 is going to be Jorge Flores. It's going to be an illegal. It's going to be illegal that they're gonna, like some cop is going to shoot because like he was getting attacked by like 5 of them, and they're going to turn him into a martyr. Right?
Yeah, he was like trying to rape somebody in the hotel lobby that the government's paying for or something.
Could just be he did something as stupid as like stealing and decided, fuck you, I'm going to fight you.
No, it's legal. You can steal in those counties.
Jorge Flores 2.0 is coming down your throat here at some point, and you need to be ready for it. Because I watch video after video of people literally being beaten to death by mobs of people. Like you get 15 people stomping on you. It don't matter how good.
Yeah, well, I don't want to seem racist, because then they'll think I'm only fighting back because they're non-immigrants. They're immigrants, man. They're here for a better life. Who am I to defend myself?
Because America isn't filled with all sorts of people already, right?
Yeah, dude, this is a real fucking problem. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but comms is important, guys. So if you get some Baofengs, you get some high terrors, you get whatever
dual band.
Yeah,
make sure it's dual band. Listen, once again, gear people. It doesn't need to. Radios get complicated when you get like into like encryption, AES encryption, DMR, all that kind of stuff. You can literally just get yourself a Baofeng dual band UHF, VHF radio, super like $40, bam. Yeah. And you'll be able to do the area around you. Yeah. And if you want to do more, you get a ham radio license. You actually learn more about, not the government should be really regulating that shit. Yeah. But
if everybody doesn't know, like if you get like a certain power of radio, you have to get a fucking license to operate it from the state. FCC or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
FCC.
Yeah. It's retarded. Yeah.
It's stupid. And I get why they do it a little bit. Like, I don't think that you should have to register, but it shouldn't be like, hey, you can't these channels are designated for, the TV stations. Or, and if you operate on them, we're going to come looking for you kind of thing. Yeah. I'd be down for that. But like, it's this whole entire like, I got to register bullshit. It's once again, what is it for? Control.
Yeah. They can keep tabs on who has this technology. Yeah. That's all it ever turns into. Regulations are just control. Obviously, that's what regulations are.
Regulators,
mount up. But yeah, dude. So like if one of these assholes, these people comes in, some like a terrorist asshole or something, walked across the border and now he's staying in a 5-star hotel with all his buddies and they decide to do something stupid. And
where all the 9/11 they were doing like coke and hanging out in strip clubs and whatnot.
Yeah. There's some kind of principle in Islam that allows you to do that to blend in amongst the infidels.
Yeah, no, they can 100% can. That's in there. Is that they can lie? Yeah. That's in both the books. The God's chosen people have that they can.
Yeah.
Can lie about to the Gentiles.
Yeah,
but so like real hardcore people, like they're 100% like Islam. They can lie to you and manipulate you in order to forward like Allah's will.
So like, I'm just eating this bacon because I don't want them to suspect anything.
Yeah,
bacon's fucking delicious. Yeah. So if they do something stupid, like, say they like that cyber attack where the cell network went down. Like people, everyone knows it, but they don't think about it. How reliant you are on the internet for everything. Directions, communicating with people,
that's another great thing. Also, super simple thing to get prepared. Maps.
Yeah.
Map of your city, map of your county. You can literally go online and just type in like topographic maps and start printing them out on your home printer if you want to. Have maps of your area.
Yeah, because you won't be able to Google Earth it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, so that's a real
GPS. I have GPS. They could hit the satellites could go down for whatever reason, but it's loaded with topo maps, so at least I can look and be like, oh, all right.
And if you want to get real fancy, you can get ATAC for civilians. There's a civilian ATAC is the Android Tactical Assault Kit, but I think they call it the Android Team Awareness Kit for civilians.
Yeah.
It's the same shit though. Like
is it the same shit?
It's the same shit. Like
Okay.
it has some of the features aren't on there, but like it's everything you would need.
I have an Apple phone.
Oh yeah.
But I got my work phone, which is not Apple.
Yeah.
But,
the Androids. It's. I don't know if it's on Apple. It's for sure on Android. So look at ATAC for.
No, ATAC is not on Apple.
It's on Android. I have it on that phone.
But I don't like anything, dude. This to me is like. This is your walking tracking device.
Yeah, and I'm talking like not in this you're not running from an opposing force or a organized government entity. Although that could be a possibility. I'm talking more like, there's 101 fucking migrants. I
prepare for that though as well.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's true. ATAC is fucking the shit though. I mean, it's a game changer.
It's great. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone that's worked with it and whatnot, like especially when you have connect, like you can see people that are on your same server with ATAC. You can sort of see where they're at.
This fucking drone here, I could fucking fly that, and it would be on ATAC.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it's.
I always like when you see people moving in on something right on ATAC, and it looks like the Beehive Soccer Fest. You're like,
oh yeah, everyone's just coming, dude. I'm so reliant on it. Well, back when we used to use it, now you don't really need ATAC to go pick up.
I
people.
Just drive.
Yeah, I just drive. I just pick people up. Uber. But yeah, it's those are things to consider. Because like this Trump thing with his $350 million fucking judgment or whatever, that should be a clear sign to everybody that, because I still run into people that like, oh, the Supreme Court's our last line of defense. It's like,
oh no, Supreme Court's gone.
No, they're fucking compromised. Yeah. It's complete. Even if they weren't, let's say they were all great altruistic people that were just on the side of liberty and justice and all that.
What your government's been taken over by a international coalition. They will believe in a globalist one. They want.
Yeah, who do you think is running this show, Dan?
The bankers predominantly.
Yeah.
I mean, once they got it, the Rothschilds pretty much in the 1800s. Right from the get-go went after the U.S. trying to get a central bank. They're on record multiple times saying they don't care who sits on the throne of England as long as they control the money.
If you control the money, you control everything. Because kings need to pay armies because armies give you power, but the only way you can have an army is if you pay them. No one's going to be an army for free.
So all these bankers in the U.S., we got to think of like, I can rattle off a whole.
The IMF, J.P. Morgan. I mean, all the big,
the Morgans, the Vanderbilts, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, right? You can go all down.
So you think this is just this country's been co-opted by not oligarchs, but like just
it's a group. It's a group of oligarchs. Like BlackRock has controlled. You don't know who owns BlackRock. BlackRock owns all these other companies, right?
Oh, so BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, they own 85% of the S&P 500. 85%.
Right.
So like when you think
who owns BlackRock, you can't, right? They don't reveal who owns it.
I bet he's one of the chosen ones.
Right.
It's highly likely. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So it's not just them though. Like they've built a coalition on like, okay, we think we know how shit should be done. This is how shit should be ran in order for our vision of the future, right? So, and they have the money, they got the guns, they got the whole entire infrastructure, and that's what you're dealing with, right? So the Supreme Court, like, decisions are made. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I own this person. You don't own
this
person.
Yeah.
Amy Coney Barrett, Kavanaugh, and Gorsuch were all Bush attorneys. For Bush v. Gore, all three of them.
God damn, I gotta put some WD-40 on that fucking thing.
Right? I'm sorry, I sound like a dolphin having sex.
Yeah, right. But yeah, dude, like that's the thing. Like we talked about earlier. Like if you think this is a democracy, you are sorely mistaken. Like what happens here is not open to votes. Like it's not. They might let you vote on like, abortion or something, like something they don't care about.
They like those issues. They like having them so they can pit us against each other, right? It's a yo-yo.
It's beach balls, yeah.
Right? Like, and that's how they're using like the 2022 election. They leaked the Supreme Court, like, chicaning Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
So they gave them cover on why, like, the Democrats turned out higher, right? The Democrat candidates outperformed because of Roe v. Wade. So gun control, same thing. They have these social gay. It used to be gay marriage, but they just like, we'll wipe that out and we'll go now we'll put the vax versus unvax.
Yeah.
Option A or option B? Option A or option B? If you're on team A, you can't be on team B.
So what is Noam Chomsky said? I forget which book he has so many fucking good books, but he said if you want to control a population, you allow two choices and you allow as much debate between those two choices as you want. Like but you're not allowed to consider what's outside of those choices. That's why they'll never let a libertarian, they'll never let Green Party, they'll never let a third party on the stage again. They learned their lesson with Ron Paul, and that's Trump sneaked through the cracks, dude. Somehow,
Trump, Ron Paul, Bernie Sanders before he got compromised.
Yeah. Anybody who's not one of them. All you need is somebody who's not one of them.
Herman Cain.
Yeah.
There's another one I'm missing.
Who's the dude?
You had like a run right there where like an upswell, and because they were so secure, because they've been running this place since they killed Kennedy, that they were like,
what do you mean? Lee Harvey killed Kennedy.
Yeah. That's why they keep on not releasing all the secret documents,
exactly. even though everybody's dead. Like, everyone's fucking dead.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fucking shady one. Like they definitely killed that dude. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned the squeaking, I can't stop fucking.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like so.
Maybe I just have to lean.
If you sit up straight, and then you can lock the chair. There's a lever on the bottom. Just push it in. I think it locks it. Because I'm gonna be trying to fucking edit that.
By the way, I just try to make Mark's editing life as hard as possible.
Yeah, he's just in a fucking rocking. So it's like someone's fucking on a cheap hotel room bed next door.
But yeah, so like you got this like banking coalition.
Yeah,
pretty much they're running the world. They bought everything. They bought off all your institutions left and right.
Yeah, generations ago. Yeah, a couple generations ago.
I almost, dude. Here's like one for you. Is like I would love to go see who owns Dominion voting machines and Fox News. The percentage of ownership in BlackRock.
Oh yeah,
right. And what, like you have like these legal battles that they're putting on a show for you because it's literally the same people suing the same people to get the result that they want. So like Fox News is owned by, we'll say, the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
Dominion is owned by the Rothschilds. They want this result. So they're gonna call in the favors from their judge. They'll have the one place sue the other place, and then they get.
It's the fucking Bud Light thing, right? When everyone boycotted Bud Light, and then everyone's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm not buying Bud Light," and they just buy another fucking beer.
I wonder who makes.
Yeah, and it's all owned by Anheuser Busch. So like when you look at a grocery store, there's only like 4 or 5 options. Even though you have 100 options, there's really only 4 or 5 because holding companies that own all these.
Did they pull their fucking name off of this? Stella's West St. Louis.
Probably.
It was Bud White. I'm pretty sure Stella is a
Anheuser Busch. Yeah.
Yeah, product.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, these companies, people, it's the illusion of choice, like George Carlin used to say. The illusion of, that's how you control people. Slavery didn't end in 1865. We are all still slaves. We just can't see the chains anymore. Yeah. You can't see the chains. That's why it's so much more effective.
I saw a meme was like the IRS was made in 1862. And they were like, there was no way the U.S. government was going to operate without slavery.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. They're like, they saw the writing on the wall that they were going to lose their slaves. So they're like, well, what if we make everybody slaves?
What if everyone is?
Dude. Because I mean, that's really what it is. Like you own nothing in this country. If you think you own your house, you don't own your house.
Don't pay your property tax.
Don't pay your property taxes. See, somebody with a gun is going to come take your property because you don't own that.
Yep. And until everyone gets on small scale your community, no one's coming and taking your house, no one's coming and doing this to you until we say.
Yeah, imagine like hypothetically, like say my neighbor down the street, he doesn't pay his property taxes. He's like, I've owned this house for 20 years. My grandfather built this house. I've lived in this house. My dad lives in this house. I'm not paying you fucking property taxes because like property taxes were created for public school systems, right? So if you're an elderly person and you have no kids in public school, like you send your kids to private school, you never went to public school or whatever. Yeah. Why are you paying why are you paying those taxes? And public schools are fucking
plus what other product or service or anything do you pay taxes on after you purchase it forever?
Yeah.
Like if you buy your car, do you pay taxes on your car?
No, not well, your registration and
That's registration, which is a whole entire another issue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't believe in that either.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if he doesn't pay his property taxes, and then let's say they send someone to come fucking, all right, we're evicting you, we're taking your house because you didn't pay your property taxes. If all of us get together and say, no, you're not doing that. Either we pay it for him or We just say no. Like, which all this stuff comes down to is saying no. If all of us said no, like fucking paying taxes, right? Like there's some secret
That's
number.
coming down the pipe, by the way.
I know it is.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it. So like there's some secret. Think about what taxes are, right? Like every year you have to fucking file your taxes. It's some secret number that they know. And if you get it wrong, they fucking throw you in jail.
I just turbo tax it up, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. But so like, what if we just said no? Like, no. And then people will be like, well, this is the price you pay for society. It's like, look, what do I get in society? Unfettered immigration. I get fucking regulated.
A shitty healthcare system where basically they're robbing the government, the private entities, and you. They're triple dipping on the healthcare. We're getting so dicked
on fucking taxes too. Like, all right, so if I give you something, I pay taxes when I bought it, and then you pay taxes when you get it, and then you pay taxes when you spend it. You know what I mean? Or you sell it or whatever. You pay taxes. How many times can you tax the same fucking dollar? You know what I mean? Like when my mom died, she was a non-immigrant. She's from Iceland. And so she wasn't a citizen. She was a non-immigrant.
Green card,
yeah, green card. So they automatically took 50%, half of her shit. You know what I mean? Like the estate tax.
Which some Negan shit right there.
Yeah. Half your shit is what I want. Shit. Yeah. So like, but even for Americans, it's still high. It's, it's up in the 20s, 30%, like they take from your state. The inheritance tax or estate tax, different names for it. Why should the government get any of that?
Here's the scam though too on it too, is the high healthcare is how they really rob you. So anyone who's got elderly parents, I'm going to throw it because I've sort of had to deal with this with my grandmother dying recently. If you have elderly parents, if your parents, like you and I are age, get them to put their shit into a trust.
Oh yeah. Standard.
Or like they own their house, land trust, all that shit. Because what happens is you have to go on Medicare and Medicaid at a certain point when you hit like
60,
whatever
or something,
right? So, for example, I had a grandmother. She had a stroke. She had to go to a like nursing home kind of thing.
Yeah.
They drained her bank account completely, and then they put her on Medicaid.
But see, if you put it in trust, it's not her shit. Like,
it's not her shit.
I mean, it is her shit, but it's not her shit.
Yeah. So right off the rip, Medicaid and Medicare would have picked it up and paid for her rather than first blazing through her entire life savings and whatnot. And then,
why do you think in these public school systems that we're forced to fucking fund, they don't teach you this? They don't teach you any. They don't teach financial literacy at all. Because
a knowledgeable population
is very hard to control.
Is an enabled population, and it's tough to control because you can say no.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And you'll have the know-how. Yeah, dude. So like, that's like Trump's thing, his lawsuit.
Make your parents get a fucking trust.
Yeah, get a fucking trust. Like Trump's lawsuit. Like they're saying, if anyone hasn't paid attention to that, his sin was, or his infraction was, his properties, they say he overvalued them and he got more money from the banks than he should have, even though he repaid his bank loans. So there is no victim here. There's no fucking victim. And that leads us to the fucking thing that you've talked about, jury nullification. If there's no victim, there is no crime. There is no... Tell me.
Jury nullification should be happening all the time. This Amazon driver who beat the shit out of the illegal alien. If they all band together, you think if you put 12 Venezuelans from Venezuela on the board of the guy who tried to rob him, do you think that fucking guy is getting convicted? No.
No, fuck no.
They'd be like, no. So you need to do the same thing. Oh, Amazon delivery driver who tuned up this fucking guy who's trying to rob my Amazon package? You're not going to jail. Then we need someone to give him a fucking job doing something.
So what is jury nullification? Like, what is it?
Jury nullification is where pretty much you refuse to come to a conviction on.
Correct. You only need one guy. So if you have 12 fucking jurors, like, hey, like, this guy's guilty of whatever like this Amazon driver. He is guilty of assault. This is
the greatest example.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of these guys that were trying to rob him. He beat the shit out of him, so they're charging him with assault or whatever they charged him with. Let's say it's assault. And you're that one juror, you get on the panel and you're up there and you just refuse to fucking, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Not guilty.
And we will sit here
forever. I will sit here forever because that's my principles. There's no victim. There's no crime. Like there was no victim. He was the victim technically.
Yeah.
So, and that's what
once you engage like on offensive action on someone, right? Like, like at that point, you're not a victim. Like you can't, if I just like randomly decide to punch you in the face and you fight back and fuck me up,
Yeah.
I'm no longer the victim.
Yeah, you're
I
not the
can't be a victim.
Yeah, that's like, oh well, and I fucking hate that when they're like I know someone will take some snippets out of this podcast and be like, well, they're threatening to fucking whatever, fight someone who's going to come seize property from taxes or whatever. It's like, no, if you're aggressing on me and I say if you keep doing that, I'm going to fuck you up. You're going to be like, oh, he's threatening me. He said he's going to fuck me up. It's like, no, you missed that whole first part where I said if you keep aggressing, if you aggress on me,
Yep.
I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah, we're not talking about, there's no talking about like going out anywhere.
The initiation of force. That is the key principle of the non-aggression principle, right? You don't initiate force against peaceful people. But if someone initiates force against you, it's on.
Yeah, that and just, hey, being capable of conducting force. Like we said earlier, if you're helpless, you're not peaceful. Or you have no capacity of violence, you're not peaceful, you're helpless.
You're helpless, exactly. Yeah.
So,
and then did you listen to the last episode I put out? It was like a 7-minute thing about being fit.
No, I didn't check that.
Yeah, check it out. I put episode 3.5.
Okay.
But yeah, you got to be fucking fit, dude. You got to be able to train fucking jujitsu, train fucking Muay Thai, train, be active, be dangerous, be fucking dangerous.
Dude, I know, right? I'm trying to get healthy like right now. So right now I'm recovering from knee surgery. I had pretty massive knee surgery right now. And you think Charlie cares if you got knee surgery? Right,
Charlie
exactly.
cares about slitting your throat.
I'm going to be, I literally, when that 52-year-old Ukrainian dude was like, my legs don't work. I felt that, bro. I was like, oh. Yeah, that was too close. Right. Yeah. So, but I'm literally screaming in pain with my PT guy, like wrenching on my knee to get it back right. I'm running around to the fact where I'm limping the next day.
Yeah.
Like I'm back on the mats, getting myself because I know I need to be back to where
But you already put in the time to learn the skills. Like you have the knowledge. Like, yeah, your body is your body. But like you already put the time in to learn, a Darce choke. Like, you know what I mean? Like you already put that time in. So, obviously you should keep training it, but like some people like are harmless. Like you said, they're harmless. Like my neighbor who was going to vote for Nikki Haley, he's fucking harmless. He's a harmless dude. Like he is. I get it why you would want a strong person to do the fighting for you, but if you're a strong person, it's much harder. Like all the people that I know that said no to the COVID shot, they have a lot of things in common. If you look at all the people who said no, they are generally competent people. Like they're fucking,
right.
I guess you would call them strong people compared to like normal people,
Yeah, no, the COVID thing was the whole entire saying no to the vax.
Yeah.
Thing. Like that was my bridge too far for the fucking,
a lot of us.
That was it.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, fuck this. Like, and I also voted for Trump twice right here. Like I have more, I'm not as libertarian as Mark. I've got more libertarian leanings definitely than Trump.
Yeah.
But when he did that shit, dude, that was fucking like, literally, it made me be like, this motherfucker thinks that he can
people think Trump's going to save them. They still fucking think that. A lot of guys we work with think Trump's going to fucking save them. I think
we're in a kind of like a weird world though, where we work at though, because like our shit is so affected by that. Like,
but the country's not, it's not savable, not by someone like that. Because the thing about Trump is, he's got good instincts, but he doesn't know enough. If that motherfucker would just read books, or he would have known that John Bolton was a goddamn demon. He would have known that Anthony Fauci was fucking fucked up since the 80s.
He wrote a fucking op-ed in the fucking like 90s, early 90s about fucking Anthony Fauci. About
Trump did.
Yeah.
So did he write it or did he have someone ghostwrite it?
But he was aware of it. This is why it's very, very tough with me with Trump is like, I'm like, is he fucking in on it? Is he in on it? Because
if he is, then there's an answer for that too.
Yeah, because like here's the deal, dude. Like I have a crazy video. Maybe we should link it. And I sent it to my buddy, and he's talking about building 15. We're gonna build 15 new American cities. It'll be the center of innovation and the way like this, that, the other thing. And my buddy's like, oh, that sounds awesome. I was like, John, that sounds like 15-minute cities.
Yeah, it sounds like 15-minute cities.
That sounds what it sounds like.
What is a 15-minute city? Because I'm sure people don't fucking know.
15-minute cities are basically centrally planned cities where everything you need will be within 15 minutes of you. Yeah. And in order to reduce carbon and the climate problem, quotation marks for those listening on Spotify, they you can't leave your little sector.
Why would they want to reduce the size of a controlled area?
easier to control.
It's just easier to control. That's exactly fucking right.
So the way Trump was talking on this video is like, I'm like, this sounds like fucking 15-minute cities to me.
Yeah.
So you look at it and you're like, wow, are they really just trying to burn fucking New York to the ground?
That's a real plan. That's a real plan, people. They really want these fucking 15-minute
everyone into
cities.
these 15-minute cities. It's like, oh, we can't get these people to move. If New York or Chicago, they've been there for 100 years, right? They've lived through all this bullshit.
Yeah.
New York City, like that's one of the things that blew me out of my mind with COVID was like the fact that people like New York, New Jersey rolled over the way they did. Yeah. I'm from Jersey, man. Like someone told, fuck you.
They had Chris Christie as their governor.
Dude, Jersey Shore, whole nine yards. You go and tell like when I was growing up or when I still lived in Jersey, you go and tell like, oh yeah, you're going to do it like this and be like, who the fuck are you?
The world you grew up in doesn't exist anymore,
right?
It doesn't.
But you listen to Trump with that, I'm like, oh, dude. So I'm like, is he in on it? Is that the move? Is they're going to bring him in there?
Yeah.
And they're going to make shit so bad. And the only way we would have accepted it is if Trump.
I don't think. The only thing that makes me think he's not in on it is the way the fucking deep state went at him so fucking hard. I mean,
but there's this guy Shiva Adori, man. He brings up great points about it. If you look at it, and this is why I said the Dominion and Fox News lawsuit, right? They're owned by the same.
They're just fighting each other,
right? So
it's
they
Bud Light fighting fucking Stella.
It's Vince McMahon's in the middle, and he's like, "I'm the Undertaker versus Triple H." And
that's another layer, dude. That makes things way more dark. You know what I mean?
Like, dude, I'm the blackest of black pilled.
Yeah,
like you're like.
If anyone doesn't understand that reference, black pilled means it's basically a nihilistic take. Like, you know, the shit's burning down. You're in a burning house. You might as well have a beer. You know,
I wanted to go the opposite direction, but like I look at it and I'm like, is Trump a WWE actor for the Central?
He literally was in the WWE.
He was in the WWE.
Google that video. Yeah, dude. That's dark. If he is, I wouldn't. No, dude. Nothing fucking would surprise me anymore. Nothing. That would not surprise me. I mean, I'm sure there's enough evidence to probably support that he's controlled opposition.
Yeah, dude. Just look at what he did right at the end with COVID. They printed what, like $6 trillion, handed it to the banks. That the COVID relief bill was drafted the year before, and it was actually a bailout for the banks, and then they just tacked on extra money and gave it to everyone.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The stimmies and shit.
Stimmies.
Fucking dark. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think he's unaware? Like he's like Trump?
No, the guy's smart. Like that's
he's not stupid, right?
It drives me up a wall when people. Like even when people you hate or opposition people that they're like, oh, that guy's an idiot or he's dumb.
I've never thought Trump was an idiot. I hate Trump, but I don't think he was an idiot.
Yeah, like it drives me up. Well, even like Hillary Clinton, like she's a bitch, she's evil, this, that, the other thing. Not dumb. It drives me up a wall when people say this person is dumb, and I'm like, this person is not dumb. They're fucking smart. The problem is that they sit there and play like they're dumb, right? Like Joe Biden is mentally deteriorating, right?
Yeah.
But the people that are all around him actually calling the shots
are
not fucking dumb. Everything that's happening is on purpose. The border isn't the way it is by accident or malfeasance.
Personally, this is shit. All the shit that's happening, the immigration, the economics, the wars, all that shit is stuff I think they wanted to get done through Barack Obama, but like Barack Obama wouldn't.
They were planning on Hillary Clinton coming in.
Yeah, they for sure they were planning on her. But Joe Biden's even better though, because like he's not running shit. They can they tell him all what to do, but like he's got to have zero pushback. He's like, what am I doing today? So yeah, 10 billion to Ukraine, you know, or whatever. Like just signing shit. I can't imagine he's like super like cognizant of what the fuck is going on around him. If you listen to him talk, you know, I don't know. But like, if I was the deep state, if I was the CIA, if I was fucking Ray or the director of the FBI, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, Joe Biden's the best president ever because we can do whatever the fuck we want without having to explain shit to people, you know? Because like Trump probably asked a lot of questions, whatever you know.
Yeah, if he's not in on it, well, it always gets me weirded out. Is that I just look at it, I'm like, there's no way Hillary Clinton could have pulled off what he pulled off. Just wouldn't have happened. At the end, right? With the $6 trillion to the banks, the COVID, Operation Warp Speed.
You don't think Clinton could have pulled that off?
No, 100% no.
Why not?
The people would have been losing their fucking mind.
Oh,
the right on the right wing. If she had come in, the only reason the right wing accepted and kind of went with it is you have like a boomer generation, right? Who's like, boomers, worst health ever in the history of mankind. Older. Holding on for dear life to their power and their money and this, that, the other thing. So like that's the right? So that combination, Trump was the only way that they could have got that. If Hillary Clinton had came to the right and was like, yeah, we're locking you down, it would have been a fucking absolute madhouse.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I have no faith in that generation of people that they would have stood up and fought.
No, not them, but there would have been they would have been like on the sidelines, but the younger fucking like right wing people that you're like, it would have been even more. Like imagine if like instead of having like the mild, like tepid response from some of these social media influencers, that you would have had them like going absolutely berserk about it on Hillary Clinton about how, and it would have been like the NRA, like the your gun nuts, like wet dream.
Yeah, I wonder, man. Maybe that's what we need. Hillary Clinton, fucking, 2024.
That's what it's headed to, man. It's headed to. Once again, own your neighborhood. Technology is not your friend. The surveillance technology is not your friend.
Get radios.
Get rid of it. Start preparing. Organize. You having 10 people together when shit needs to be fucking taken care of that are like, all right, this is how it's gonna go. Gigantic.
Yeah.
Look at the cops ever having a problem with fucking five Venezuelan scooter gangs.
Yeah.
Like 5 dudes on scooters from Venezuela are causing the New York City Police Department, in the most camera-heavy fucking place in the world, problems.
Yeah. So there's a Native American proverb I think of all the time. It's like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Go together.
Yeah. So it really is like that, dude. Like you got to fucking build that community, because if not, you're going to die. Or you're going to die to fucking 50 Venezuelans on scooters.
Venezuela, yes, the Venezuelan scooter gangs are organized.
Yeah, dude.
And this is just one example, man.
Yeah, we're saying that in jest. There's a lot of fucking, but they're all grouping up.
It's just, even if you take the bad actors, the dudes that have been sent by foreign nations,
let's say it's 1% of 10 million people
that are like here for bad intentions, that came here for bad intentions. Just the people here that came here and are like, I don't have a job. I don't have this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting around all day.
Yeah.
They're going to start robbing shit.
Yeah, for sure. It's already happening.
They're going to start going into racketeering. They're going to start going into
the burglaries, straight up burglaries.
Yeah.
Carjackings are through the roof. Burglaries are through the roof. Like,
oh, did you see Charles Barkley, by the way?
No.
I love Charles Barkley. Shout out Charles Barkley, by the way. Charles Barkley is fucking hilarious.
What happened now?
So he was on, they were having an NBA game and he was on it. And I think it was like an all-star game or something. And he was up in, it was somewhere cold that they were having the fucking, the event. And the co-hosts were bitching about like how cold it was here and this, that, the other thing. He's like, where you want to have it? San Francisco? He's like, with all those homeless drug addicts all over your streets. And they were like, oh, Charles, San Francisco's that bad. He's like, it's terrible. They're pooping all over the ground.
Dude, at some point, like, they're going to tell you to ignore your lying eyes, but there's just some people, even on the left, that are just going to be like that's why the inflation thing is such a losing argument, right? Like, because every fucking buddy goes to the grocery store. Yeah. Everybody goes to the grocery store. And everybody knows, like, this shit is out of control and it's getting worse. Like, everything's cost. I bought that RV, dude. The fucking interest rates are like 10%, 11% now. Like, and going up. Like, we'll never, I don't know what your mortgage is at if you have a mortgage. But
well, I saw this coming. I told I got another guy at work. I was like, yo, this is going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And I hopped in. I'm one of those, like, those memes where he's like an aristocrat where I got like that 2.5%.
Yeah. Dude, so mine's 3.1, but I'm like, we will never see those rates again. We'll never see those rates. I mean, probably not in our lifetimes, because they're not, one, there's likely there's going to be an economic collapse, but even if there isn't, like, they're not righting the ship. Like, they're the only comeback to wait.
We need a Bitcoin guy on this.
I know, dude. You keep fucking saying that.
The next episode needs to happen. Well, I'm gonna fucking.
I know a few. I know a couple Bitcoin guys. I get it. I get the allure of Bitcoin. Dude, gold bar. Any currency is superior to our fucking currency right now because our currency is fucking monopoly money, dude. It's fake money.
Yeah, maybe you know what I got to look into is, can I invest in bricks?
Fucking like, well, yeah, just fucking China.
Is there
buy bonds in fucking China?
Like a BRICS bond?
Yeah, they have a banks.
BRICS bond.
Well, not bonds, but they have national banks. They have I can't remember what they're like. How the West has the International Monetary Fund. They have the equivalent on BRICS. It's basically run by China, but you can. Yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't know. You just buy yuan or the Chinese currency. You know?
Yeah, I feel like something's going to merge and it's going to be like some sort of, I don't know, whatever. That's a whole entire fucking theoretical thing. But the economic collapse is coming. Our money is fucking shit.
Politicians are shit.
Yeah.
Own your neighborhood. Connect with your get to know your neighbors. Get fucking comms. If nothing else in this fucking podcast.
$40. You can buy
$40,
yourself
buy a
fucking
fucking
radio.
Baofeng off Amazon. You know, like that's better than nothing. You know, and then you can build from there. You know, buy a few.
And we talk about like owning your neighborhood, organizing. Talk to your neighbors. Hey, we're going to be on this frequency, 145.785. Boom. This is the frequency for the neighborhood. There's probably local repeaters. There's definitely, you have local repeaters in your area.
Yeah.
Where per FCC regulations, you can't broadcast on them unless you have a.
But in this scenario, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? If shit's going to fucking, if I have 100 people fucking running down my street with pitchforks and torches,
just looting homes.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Shove your FCC up your ass.
And that's the reason why you got to have a fucking community, because like as well trained as you are, you could have a Navy SEAL. And I got 5 guys and this guy's super trained. That guy's going to die. Like, 'cause you can only shoot one direction at a time. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're super accurate fire, like you can get flanked. You need a community. You need people. You got to sleep. You know, someone's got to be awake. Like, you need other people. And that's why they're fucking cracking down with that militia bill. And they're trying to like,
they want people
divide everybody.
They want people as divided as possible.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the race thing, the fucking
everything
religion
comes
thing,
down to control.
We joke on the non-binary stuff, but I got love for everybody. I don't care if you're non-binary or you're fucking.
The race thing is hilarious on how bad they're trying to like stoke the race war. Like, and they're even doing it through the judicial system now, where like if you're like white, they'll hammer you, right? But if you're like black, they're like, well, he has a history of oppression. And that's intentional to like try to like, rather than just give like fair justice. Because like back in the day, right? Like there was some like black people could point to cases where they got fucked.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's institutional racism is a real thing.
Right. There was absolutely, they were getting fucking railed.
Yeah.
Now it's like, rather than just be fair, oh no, we're gonna dick the other side. We're going to let you get away with everything, and we're going to dick the other
because that's
side.
how you even things out.
Oh, no, yeah.
That doesn't breed animosity at all.
It doesn't make any sort of animosity to people that don't fucking think about that.
Yeah, just think, if you were in charge of everybody, if you were hypothetically, you're fucking king of the fucking United States, would you want a population that's strong, smart, fit, armed, like cohesive? Like, would you want that if you're trying to tell everybody, 350 million people, what to do? Like, it's real hard to control strong people. We saw that during COVID. You know, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Like,
it's hard to control strong people, but if you make people weak, divided, afraid, way easier to control them. I mean, this is North Korea 101. You know what I mean? That's every dictator. That's what they do. They keep their population suppressed. Because if you have a strong, unregulated, population, and you tell them, hey, y'all got to get this vaccine, they're gonna be like, nah, and be like, oh, you better do it or else. And they're gonna be like, well, make me or else. I'll choose or else, please.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, because if they're strong and competent, and that started with the breakdown of the family and just went from there. We'll do another podcast on that, but yeah, dude.
What do we have for time? We good?
About an hour.
We're an hour. All right.
We can keep going, or you want to?
I don't know. I feel like an hour is pretty good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll call it. Final thoughts.
On this one, once again, continuing on the build the communities, get radios, get yourself from. It literally happened yesterday, guys, where the fucking cell phones are down, right?
We keep saying, now imagine the power grid goes down. That's even worse, because cell phones go down, and now you fucking all your food spoils.
Look at this. You got elderly parents.
Yeah.
That live near you. Their cell phone goes down.
Yeah.
You have no way to communicate with them. It's a $40 investment. I don't know. You guys think that shit costs fucking $40 left and right. I go to the grocery store and I feel like I'm dropping like $300 every time I walk in the goddamn place.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys are spending $40 on your OnlyFans subscription, so like fucking $40, man. I mean, you can't drive back and forth to your parents' house.
You're really trying to make this go past an hour now that you mentioned the OnlyFans.
Yeah, well,
I'm about to lose
later.
my shit on that.
All right, my last final thought is, change your underwear daily and don't piss into the wind.
Rhythm with your tism,
Rhythm
baby.
with the tism.